So, Steal anyone? Does anyone remember this movie? Shaq is in it.
I can imagine how you feel.
No. No, you can't.
You're right. I can't.
He's pretty awful in this movie. And he's not the only bad actor. Everyone's awful in this movie. That's probably because no one gave a shit.
We can't turn our backs on this kind of potential firepower.
Maybe you can't. But after what happened to Sparks, I can. Sir.
Raise your voice! No one is going to judge you. Just yell if you're angry. He acts with his eyebrows instead. It has the most boring fucking action sequences I've ever seen. It's only made worse by the terrible music. It also has one of the worst costumes I've ever seen in a film. Looks like it's made of rubber. There's, like, nothing good about this movie. He's such a lame superhero. The only parts that are entertaining are his dramatic exits from the scenes.
Y'all be cool now.
The girl in the wheelchair is a much better superhero than Steel. She has this awesome wheelchair that shoots out lasers and shit. It's pretty obvious they didn't make this movie because the director loved the Steel comic book. This is some shit that producers threw together as a vehicle for Shaquille O'Neal. The acting's awful, the music's awful, the directing's awful, everything's awful about it. Not as bad as Catwoman, though. I don't even know if I should count this as a DC movie. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I should count this as a movie. It's very much like Elektra. It makes no sense, it's incredibly cheesy, poorly written and acted, with shitty effects and bad action sequences. I don't think this movie does anything right. I wouldn't even recommend it to DC fans because it has nothing to do with anything DC related. She's not a robber. The movie doesn't take place in Gotham City. She just dies and is resurrected by cats. Then she fights Sharon Stone, who killed her husband, so she could be in charge of a makeup company so that she can make a lotion that harms you if you don't apply it consistently and can also make your skin stone or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck is this?
You follow your own desires. This is both a blessing and a curse. You are a Catwoman, incredibly heightened.
So I'm not Patience anymore?
You are Patience. And you are Catwoman.
I've never thought Halle Berry was a good actress, but she is terrible in this movie. Along with everyone else. This is the definition of generic superhero films made by old white people. And once again, when old white men write stories about strong young women, it's gold. There's a pointless love story. The bad guy has to be a girl, once again, who's obsessed with her beauty. It's always about a young girl fighting an old girl who wants to be pretty. It's just this template that old white men use whenever they're writing a female character. Why would they ever have a female write a script about a female? Just get a room of old white men to write this script. It's a fucking disaster. Here's who I would recommend it to. If someone murdered your mother and you wanted to torture them, strap them to a chair and make them watch this movie. That's the audience it's made for. It's the cinematic equivalent to waterboarding. We can only go up from here. Superman Returns. This is the first DC movie I remember watching in a theater. So at the time I thought it was really cool. I love the opening sequence, I love the effects, and the scene with the plane, even to this day, is amazing. I liked all the actors, especially Kevin Spacey. I like Brandon Routh, who looked just like Christopher Reeve. The music is really good. John Ottman did the music, and they used like the John Williams score as well. There's a lot to like about it, but the problem with the movie is that the script is fucking stupid. It's way too long, silly, and I guess you could say that's kind of the point, but I guess you're right. However, unlike the original Superman movie, it's dull. I'm not one to complain about too little action in a movie, but this movie hardly has any exciting sequences. The only real exciting scenes are the plane scene, there's a robbery scene I guess that's a little exciting, and the scene where Metropolis is exploding or some shit like that. For a movie that's long already, they should have put in some more exciting sequences. Everyone wanted more action, and I guess that kind of came back to bite us in the ass when we saw Man of Steel, which has too much action, so I guess I'm wrong again. It's not a bad movie at all, but it's a shame that they couldn't just tighten it up a little more. It's a shame because I feel this movie is the perfect mix of the dark, gloomy stuff and the bright, colorful, entertaining stuff. It's not quite as dark as Man of Steel, but it's not as silly as the original Superman. If it was only better made. Damn shame. Oh well, fuck it. This is more of a controversial movie. Some people really hate this movie because it's not accurate to the comic. Some people love it because of the visuals and the story. I'm kind of in the middle. I really like this movie, believe it or not, and I've seen it a few times, and every time there's certainly bad parts. Some of the acting is really bad, especially by Malin Ackerman.
My life is just one big joke.
Some of the makeup is bad, some of the special effects are bad, but really most of it is gorgeous. And you can say whatever you want about how Zack Snyder's an overrated hack. He is, I agree with that. But he puts a lot of work into his visuals. And it really shows off here. Even his worst movies look nice. Well, except for that one. We'll get to that. The story's kind of a mess. I don't know if the comic book is like that or whatever. I don't read comics. I don't care. This feels more like Sin City. Just a bunch of individual short stories that eventually, form into one giant story about the human condition or something. I think the bad moments of this movie don't really take away from the great moments. And there are tons of great moments. The first 10 minutes is fantastic. Every scene with Rorschach is great. The scene where they explain the origin of Dr. Manhattan is great.
Janie accuses me of chasing jailbait. She bursts into angry tears, asking if it's because she's getting older. It's true. She's aging more noticeably every day. While I am standing still, I prefer the stillness here. I am tired of Earth, these people. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives.
Jonah Hex. For some reason I saw this movie in theaters. I don't know why. This film is just shitty. It somehow manages to be really boring, even though it's so short. As a matter of fact, it's so short that without credits, it wouldn't even count as a feature film. You need time to develop things and make them interesting. What kind of asshole would cut something short? This film isn't even worth anything. You can tell by the tone of my voice, I have no feeling toward this film, other than just nothing. It's such a waste of time and money, and I would say effort, but no one put effort into this film. Well, I won't say that. People did put in effort, but they didn't put in enough effort to make the film good. It's just a boring, lazy, poorly written, poor piece of porridge. From this film alone, I think Green Lantern is just a shitty superhero. And I know that's because DC fucked up this movie and not because Green Lantern is a bad superhero. But wow. The only thing worse than him are the two villains, the Elephant Man and a giant cloud with a head. Blake Lively is awful in this movie. The CGI looks fake as anything. Whenever a scene is on Earth, it feels like a TV show. Can I stop talking about this movie? It's just everything a generic movie needs to be generic. I feel like I'm wasting my breath even talking about this film. There aren't even jokes I can make. There's just nothing to say. It's like reviewing a wall. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say about this wall? It's a wall. I didn't change my mind on Man of Steel.
You've got to be able to within the same, and it's really just a product of how you see the movie. But for instance, we knew that this scene between Kevin and the kid or whatever would be these handheld sequences, back of a pickup truck, cornfield, sunset, beautiful, right? But still, it's like this real moment. Or in the basement with the scout ship, whatever it is. So
I made a review when it came out saying that it sucked, and I gave all the reasons why it sucked, and then everyone called me a stupid, immature faggot for stating my opinion.
The movie Man of Steel doesn't suck. You suck, asshole, you bandwagon posing dick-headed punk ass faggot bitch. And I can clearly see that Man of Steel is not the Superman movie for you because it's extremely way too complex for your adult brain to grasp. Haha, yes, I said the movie is way too complex for your short attention span to grasp, you retarded faggot bandwagon posing hating dick-headed ignorant pussy bitch. And by the way, I put a dislike on your review because you suck at it, dumbass, you stupid ignorant special ed retarded faggot pussy bitch. How exactly did Man of Steel gave me brain damage, dumbass, huh? Explain that to me, bitch. I actually love the movie and enjoyed it very much, unlike your stupid ass. And the movie actually gave your faggot ass brain damage because the movie is way too complex to the extreme for your adult brain to grasp. Haha, yes, I said it. Man of Steel is really too complex for your short attention span, you dumb slow dim-witted ignorant special ed retard who's a bandwagon posing hating dickhead and a major punk ass faggot pussy ass bitch. Haha, goodbye, you dumb moron faggot bitch loser. Haha. Laugh out loud.
So now that I'm older and I have a deeper voice apparently, I'm going to say the exact same shit I said the first time, except now it's legitimate because I have a deeper voice. And I guess that makes everything I say alright. This movie's fucking retarded. It's dull, it has too much action, it's sloppy, it feels like 3 movies in one movie, the characters aren't interesting, and it just sucks.
Guys, look at this. If you see Man of Steel in Real D 3D, you get your exclusive Man of Steel 3D glasses. We did it for the artistic integrity, not to make more money. You know what I think of your Real D 3D experience? Fuck your Real D 3D experience, you piece of shit.
Isn't it like the first half the movie just him as a kid?
The first third of the movie is on Krypton. And then the second third
is him as
a kid on like the farm. And then his dad gets taken away by a tornado. So you start a great Superman movie with...
What is that?
They have these things. It's like a... I don't know what to call it. But it's like... It's the dumbest thing. It's like a hologram kind of thing.
Of your baby.
Of anything. Like when you call someone on the phone, it's like that version of Russell Crowe's face.
So it's pretty much like FaceTime.
It's like FaceTime except it looks like shit. So I don't understand why anyone would use it. Look, it's like a crappy version of your wife on there. Did you read Superman comics?
Everybody here is already
Nerd!
You wanna know what would be great?
What?
If they showed Superman in the Superman movie.
Well, Mike, you gotta give them a good hour and a half.
I don't know what's happening. They didn't introduce anybody. They didn't introduce anybody. I don't know what's happening. Some baby just flying out of a girl and then just explosions.
Like, we don't need to see any of this, is the thing.
I don't even know what this is.
This doesn't matter at all. As a matter of fact, it would have been more interesting if we didn't see this.
What is that?
This is the baby making machine that
didn't that girl
that they ripped off from the Brave New World. They didn't like establish this world at all. They just threw us in like the middle of a war. And we don't know what's because they explain what this meant later on. Without us
Why can't they explain it now? Why couldn't they take a little time at the beginning of the movie and actually explain what
that's where the Because that's where the intrigue comes, is that you don't know what's happening. So they explain it later on. Therefore, that makes all this pointless. Because they just explain it later on.
Plus, just DC movies suck.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
They pretty much do.
I reviewed a lot of them.
Old ones.
I don't know. First of all, you told me that you like DC better than Marvel.
I do like DC better than... Well, I mean, I like them both, like, the same, but I like DC just a little better.
Nerd.
It'd be funny if he never made it. He just floats in space for like...
The rocket doesn't work.
And the rocket
it just explodes and he falls back down there. Or Krypton. Another thing about this movie, the effects aren't that great.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
Alright.
Oh
no.
Oh no. Russell Crowe.
Died pretty quick. Got stabbed in the stomach.
Well, the only reason she's hugging him is to hide the effect, because there's nothing there.
Yeah, well, because it's a PG-13, so you can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even Batman showed some pretty disturbing things.
Yeah.
Like Two-Face's face being burned up.
Yeah, I don't know how they got away with that. The MPAA is stupid. Showing a half-burnt face is okay, but showing a nipple is not okay.
Do you like Michael Shannon in this?
No. They don't give him enough to do.
Do you have any last words?
You won't kill us yourself!
See, like, he has moments like that where he just freaks out.
I will find him.
Why do they want? Oh, because he's got that.
Because he has the codex.
I will find him! I will find him!
That's a cool effect.
It's pretty much like a prison kind
That's cool. The rest of this movie sucks. Wait, what happened? I looked down at my phone, and I looked back up, and
basically some ship was exploding.
What the fuck?
And
I literally looked down at my phone for 5 seconds, I looked back up, and, and everything's on fire, and he's holding a giant ring.
He's helping people.
Get it? He's Jesus.
Oh.
They do that 100 times in this movie.
Oh. I was gonna say, if they did it once, that I guess that's kind of...
No. They do it all the time. There's a scene he goes in a church, and they show Jesus behind him.
If they do it once, then that's kind of clever.
A whale and a baby whale. Do you get it, Mike?
Yeah.
That was like him and his mother.
Him and his... Yeah.
Come on! Dick splash.
Did you say dick splash?
Dick splash. Have you ever heard anyone call someone a
dick splash?
I'm sure what he thought he saw
was an act of God, Jonathan. This was providence.
Jesus reference number 2. Oh wait, Russell Crowe made one too. So that's 3.
Oh, he did? What?
Yeah. Early on, he said he'll be a god to them.
Oh. Oh, what's with Jesus?
This movie just looks so boring. It looks dull. Which I'm shocked, because Zack Snyder made it. And he at least makes movies look good. Yeah, that's the only thing he does, actually.
You're the answer to Are We Alone in the Universe?
I don't want to be.
Okay.
I don't want to be.
I'm not running a story about aliens walking among us.
Why not? I think that's pretty damn cool.
It's silly.
I see stuff like that all the time. Did you see that article where the missing plane went on the moon?
Yep. They put the most ridiculous shit on the news. Something actually happens, they're like, no, people won't believe it. They didn't show that part in the trailer because it looks awful.
What the hell is he doing? Just fly.
It's happened. Oh yeah, this kid, Dick, whatever, Dick Splash, he works at IHOP later.
Oh.
And it's an IHOP product placement.
That's horrible.
That's what happened. He becomes a manager at IHOP or something.
Oh, God.
Right behind him is Jesus. See, he turns himself in like Jesus. You get it, Mike? Jesus turned himself in.
I don't know anything about religion. So.
And then Mother Goose
knocked
over Humpty Dumpty.
And the big bad wolf came to blow down the house.
It looks like almost like
crap.
I think Game of Thrones has better special effects.
Oh my god.
The effects are so bad. What the hell were they thinking? He fucking kills like thousands of people now. Superman has no concern. He's gonna punch this. Watch. He destroys a gas station.
No!
He probably killed like 3 people. See, they didn't have to fight here, but they chose to. Superman chose to. Let's see if we can count how many people die.
So far.
All because Superman had to be an idiot and punch Zod.
So far, I'd say about like 60 people died.
Look at all that empty land, and Superman had to punch him into the
Has
only
to go right
area
in the
that's
middle of the
populated.
city.
Yeah. All of them are invincible.
Listen, Superman's invincible unless kryptonite. So far, there's been no kryptonite.
No, there's not even mention of kryptonite. And that's exactly why this movie stinks, because this whole... How much time is there left? There's another hour of this movie left?
It's fighting.
It's fighting.
Oh my gosh.
It's just fighting. And Superman can't die. So it's just watching a guy.
He just got shot in the head.
It's just watching invincible people punch each other. Look at the town. It's on fire. You don't think anyone died? Look at that. Holy shit.
Somebody died.
Fucking thousands upon thousands of people died.
Everyone's like, they just evacuated.
You saw people literally crawling out of the rubble.
Is for the greater good of my people. And now, I have no people.
Superman's face. He's just like.
This is where the Bruce Wayne thing comes. It says Wayne on it, you see?
Oh. Good little fun there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Batman's fighting Superman, because he destroyed his satellite.
How do we know you won't one day act against America's interests?
I grew up in Kansas, General. About as American as it gets.
The British actor. Oi, I love playing Superman.
I love playing Jocks.
I love playing Rick in Walking Dead. Such an interesting character. I love playing Spider-Man.
This is the only good part of the movie.
The credits? I know.
That and the song.
So there you go. I saw the movie twice. My opinion didn't change. As a matter of fact, I hate the movie even more now. It reminds me of films I made when I was 12 years old. I just made everyone fight each other and everything blew up.
There was once a black ninja sitting in a diner. He looked, and he saw the white ninja walking. The white ninja and the black ninja are arch enemies, so they stared at each other. Then they began to fight. The white ninja ran at the black ninja, tackled him to the floor, and began punching him. Then the black ninja began to beat him up, and then that guy came in, offered help to the white ninja. The white ninja declined. They continued to fight, and then the guy said, "Stop fighting!" He said, "Get all the civilians out of here." Then an alien ship Then a robot dinosaur came into the